If your EB2 NIW is approved and your priority date is current now, this is exactly what you should be doing next. Stay tuned. Hello my international friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about what to do now that the EB2 NIW priority dates are current, and I'm going to share my experience as an EB2 NIW approved applicant with a combo card. We'll cover timelines, prices, and what you can do with this card. So let's get into it. As all of you know by now, the visa bulletin is now current for the month of April for both final action dates and dates for filing. These are very exciting news for everyone thinking or planning to apply to the EB2 NIW, or who are waiting for a decision or already have an EB2 NIW approved. Because this means you can get a green card faster. So now that you're working on your EB2 NIW or you are done with it, you want to move on to the adjustment of status to file either concurrently or after applying for the I-140. The adjustment of status can be divided into 3 different applications according to what you're looking for. So first, it's the I-485 form, which is the application for permanent residency. This is the main form you should be filling out, and it's not optional if you're filing for your green card. The cost of this form is $1,440. If you would like, you can only submit your AOS with this form. Next is the I-765 form, the work permit. This is an optional form you can file if you would like to work while waiting for your green card to be approved. Sometimes the green card might take too long, so this is a great option for people who would like to work in the meantime. It is not certain that this permit will be issued pretty fast. It might take some time too, but it's still a good option. The cost of this form is $260. Be sure to check any changes in form fees using this link over here. The last one is the I-131 form, the Advance Parole, your travel permit. This one is also optional, but it's a good option if you like to travel to different countries while waiting for the green card. If you have been wanting to visit home, family, or friends for a while and you haven't been able to given your current status, this is a great opportunity for you to finally do so. The cost of this form is $630. You can apply for the green card only, or the green card and the work permit only, or green card and travel permit only, or apply for all 3 of them at the same time. If you apply for all 3, most of the time USCIS approves both work and travel permits together and sends what is known as the combo card, which looks just like any other EAD card or green card. When I first submitted my adjustment of status last year, me and my husband each paid $630 for the Advance Parole travel permit and $260 for the work permit. So a total of $809 for each of our combo cards. So if you're considering international travel along with working while you're waiting for your green card, this is a great option, and that's what it would cost. Now, speaking about timelines, these may vary quite a lot. You should go to the USCIS website for case processing times using this link over here. But overall, in the patterns I have seen, sometimes the green card can be approved within a year or 14 months. I have seen green cards being approved in 4 or 6 months, but you never know for sure in advance. It's just better to plan for a long wait rather than a short one. For combo cards or EAD or Advance Parole, I have seen some of them being approved shortly after the biometrics appointment, so in about a month. And I have also seen cases of longer waits like 4 to 5 or even 6 to 9 months, with worst cases being up to a year. So the timelines will also vary depending on your I-140 approval, meaning that if you already have your NIW approved, the timelines are around what I have just mentioned. But if you still have a pending decision on your NIW, or if you're concurrently filing with your NIW petition, the timelines on the adjustment of status will be a lot longer because they'll most likely depend on your I-140 approval. So just be aware of that. Also note that due to a policy change in early December with the current administration, combo cards, EAD, or an Advance Parole are no longer issued for 5 years, but only for 18 months. Hopefully you'll be able to get the green card approval within that time anyway. Now, speaking from my own experience, I already had my NIW petition approved for a while, but in my case, I had to wait for my priority date to be current in the visa bulletin. My husband and I applied to all 3 forms, so $2,330 for each of us, and we received our combo cards. My husband, as my derivative applicant, got his combo card approved only about 5 weeks after we submitted our paperwork and about 2.5 weeks after our biometrics, and received it in the mail 10 days after approval. In my case, it took a lot longer and got approved 6 months after I applied, and had a production failure issue. By the way, if you're also going through something similar, there are a few things you can do to push action towards your case. I can speak on that on a future video if you'd like to know more about that. But after a long wait, after approval, I finally received it in the mail. So if you're on the same timeline, do not despair. I know it's frustrating, but you will get an answer. If you're wondering about how to file your own AOS, I have templates specifically for that I will go into more detail at the end of the video. So once the combo card is approved, USCIS will send you an email a few days later saying that your card has been produced. This is most of the time also when they ship it to you. So from the moment of approval to card production should be only a few days, and from the moment of production until card is delivered to you should also be a few days. So like less than 2 weeks total. So in my case, there was a delayed card production for a long time, which is definitely not normal. But if you're dealing with something similar, if after 30 days of approval you still haven't heard about your card, you can make an e-request online using this link over here and choose the option of did not receive card by mail and follow the instructions. There are options for different types of requests there as well in case that's interest of you. But once you submit your request, you will receive a confirmation email and you will receive an answer in 30 days. So once you receive your combo card in the mail, you can work anywhere and travel to visit family and friends. Now remember that CBP will always reserve the right to deny entry for any reason when you're coming back from an international trip, so be cautious there. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy a nice family trip. On that note, I wanted to talk about my experience traveling with the Advance Parole. I am not part of the 75 country list that is banned from immigration visas or the 19 country travel ban list, but I did travel to one of the 75 countries for about 10 days last month and just got back last week. I came in through Atlanta and the CBP officer was very nice. I handed my passport and combo card to him. He asked me where I was coming from and for how long was my visit. He asked if I brought any food with me and asked me to place my 4 fingers and thumbs of each hand on the hand screen. He asked me if I was a student before, since that showed up on his screen, which I confirmed, and then told me I just needed to make one more stop. This I already knew. It wasn't a surprise for me, since now everyone coming in with Advance Parole has to go through a second screening and be taken into a different room. So this was completely normal. A second officer came and took my passport and Advance Parole and took me to the other room. Again, I was not scared at all. I was already prepared for it and knew they were going to take about like 20-30 extra minutes in this process. There were 2 other girls who entered the room with me and I was going to get comfortable for a little bit there, but they started calling us almost immediately. They called my name maybe about 4 minutes of waiting. They asked me to put my fingerprints, gave me back my documents, and I went on my way to pick up my suitcase and continue my trip. This was a very smooth and nice experience. I would 100% travel again with this card. Now, my husband has had similar experiences and he's already completed 3 international trips. He's got his combo card. He used it to work immediately, and 2 months later, he went on his first trip to his home country, which is in fact one of the 75 countries. When it was my husband's turn to talk to the CBP officer, he handed his passport and parole card like I did. The officer only asked him a couple of questions about like money or food, just like me. And then a second officer came and took him into a separate room where he waited 20 minutes until the officer came back with his passport and let him go. He traveled again for the holidays to his home country and came back with no issue, and he just came back yesterday from our latest trip. He traveled for about 2.5 weeks on each trip, and he came back alone on all 3 times. I was not present with him, and I'm the main applicant, so that did not seem to be an issue there. So that was our experience traveling with the combo card. We're planning to travel again in a few months for a few weeks, since our experience has been very smooth and we have had no issue at all, even travel individually as well. Now, if you would like to prepare your own adjustment of status but have no idea where to start, I am selling a complete AOS template package that I have created using my own case as a main applicant and my husband's as a derivative. In these templates, you'll find step-by-step guides for forms I-485, I-765, and I-131. You'll find also a document checklist, filing organization guides, You'll find cover letter templates for both principal and derivative. You'll also find a full anonymized sample AOS package structure for principal and derivative applicant, which is exactly what we submitted in the AOS filing. You can also find some information in the video description below. If you're interested or have any questions, or if you would like a more hands-on service to help you file your AOS, you can email me at info@easyvcconsultant.com. If you have already started the process and only have just a few questions, you can book a consultation with me using this link over here, and you also find it in the description of the video. Or you can also email me if you would like to book a review service for your AOS application. I hope this was very helpful in your own process, and let me know in the comments what was your experience using the combo card yourself. See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.